Hey there, beautiful souls. Just Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and updated podcast channel, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is September 4th, 2023, and I have an amazing message for you that I want to share with you today. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. I'm working on getting 500 subscribers right now. That's like my little mini goal because I guess, my age is showing. Back in the day when I first started this around 2006, before all the algorithms changed, I was able to do things like have a Facebook page group that had over 100K people in it. I had pages, I had funny pages. One was L period M period A period O period LMAO. And I made that first before I started anything else. So that's how I started becoming out here and being an influencer now. As I started in the depths of Facebook land, helping those pages that you see with 100,000 people on them. Yeah, I was a part of that. I can show you pages out there. That's kind of cool. I can be like, high five. I helped create that. So that goes along with the message today. Today is episode number 65. How to open your heart and free your mind, angelic inspiration. And this is, what legacy are you leaving? Because I think that's pretty cool that is how I started out in like 2008. It was like 2011, because I had just came out of being pregnant with my daughter, and unfortunately my postpartum lasted a year. Guys, it's not supposed to last a year. It's supposed to be like the baby blues. You're supposed to be a little sad and it's supposed to let go. And I looked it up and I thought I was going to snap out of it. And then 6 months later, I still had it. And I did go try to attempt to get help at a free counseling place. And the guy, because I was really manic, I've also lost a child before. So when my daughter was a child, picture this: I had a narcissist and a baby with colic, and she did not want to be put down, and I was tired, and I was going out of my mind. And I know that when I went to go get help, I specifically remember the guy saying, "What are you coming in here for?" And I was manic, and I'm a Pisces. So of course I started telling him my life story, which I didn't mean to. And he literally looked at me, stopped, and said, "I don't care what you're coming here for. Like, I don't care about all that. I just want to know what you're coming here for." And that is not what you tell somebody who's in a really bad mental health space, who's also dealing with postpartum traumatic stress and living at home with a narcissist who's trying to push their every button to get them to fall off into a deep end. It was all strategically planned, and I didn't know that, but thankfully I rose above this. And so that's why I'm getting on here today, and I want to share with you guys some messages that that your spirit team wants you to know, because I feel like a lot of you are in that narcissist energy as well too. And when you try to reach out and the people at the mental health place are also narcissists, it doesn't get you any help, and you feel a little bit defeated. So I want to go ahead and start this off with talking about gaslighting. Everybody knows gaslighting. Well, what is it? Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse where someone distorts reality to make others feel confused and question themselves. Gaslighting may include deliberate deceit, passive aggression, defensiveness, sarcasm, and undermining someone else's experience. While anyone can gaslight, it is a common tactic abusers use to exert power and control in their relationships. And I'm going to tell you guys a funny. And I just saw 505, which is Albuquerque's area code, and that's where I'm from. And it's funny that I've been having a narcissistic flying monkey circus over on my life ever since I divorced my ex, or even tried to divorce him in 2017 when I first started that. But unknowingly, I've had this brigade on my life, but it's intensified because he's one of those, when you say you want to leave, there's no leaving, like you're made to stay. That's why I stayed for 10 years, by the way, guys. So if you guys are going through a bad relationship and you are like, why am I so dumb and I'm staying? You're not dumb. You're just afraid. Like they're crazy. You don't know. You never know what they're going to do. They're very, I'm hearing diabolical. They're very diabolical. But so anyways, we all know, if you are know a narcissist or you're dealing with narcissists, go ahead and say I am a survivor in the comment section. Because today I will high five and help out some people out there. This will be a high five for you. So this morning I went outside, and people I've learned, learned it more now. In 2019, I was understanding, like, why do I keep running into people and I keep being triggered? Like I took my daughter to get her a haircut. When I tell you they butchered her hair, and this lady like cut my hair fine, then went and butchered my daughter's hair, and she was like 9. And they did this to make me outrageous and explode and get into my dark feminine. And in 2019 I was unsuccessful in not getting in my dark feminine because my ex was triggering me so much in those past couple of years. Well, this morning, a person that I know is a part of the Flying Monkey Brigade, but it sounds like hearsay, right? Well, a person was next to me that actually saw this government worker pull up, look over, and usually she was really friendly to me, but not this time. She was looking like, man, I wonder if she knows. Just like the whole look of a karmic. And then I just stood there and I was like, I'm not going to go in. I'm going to see if this person, I'm going to read their body language. Literally, as she drove off, I knew I wasn't crazy because she looked back. That look of, I wonder if she's still out there. Did she see me? And my person next to me saw that, and it was the most gratifying moment of gaslighting that I've ever had, that somebody from the outside world of, when you feel like you live in this little unique world when you're in narcissist land and karmic land, because nobody believes you when you're in it. But boy, news is coming out, by the way, and I'm about to get into that. Sorry if this is kind of going in a little random circle. I'm a little excited about what I'm giving you guys. I do my readings at the end, so thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It doesn't just help me, it helps this message get out to others out there who may need this help. So thank you for that. But I want to go into a couple examples of gaslighting. We're not going to go too much into this. This is for another video. But distracting you with compassion, the I love you bomb. They love to love bomb you with I love you. I'd never intentionally hurt your feelings. How could you think I was flirting with her when you're the only one for me? Minimizing or making fun of your feelings. Discounting achievements, denying the abuse, withholding information, labeling your child's feelings. If you have parents that you got gaslit by, maybe you have parents that deny the truth, questioning your child's memory, or how I thought it was fun. My mom started redoing my memory, reprogramming it when I was about 16, I would notice that all of a sudden I would say something about my childhood and she would come up with a whole different version, which was really confusing to me, but now it's not. And 10:05 as I say that, because now I understand it was a ploy this whole time, because now I've been sitting here wondering why nobody believes me. And also, when I got divorced from my marriage, which I'm rightfully allowed to get out of an abusive marriage, all of you are, by the way, but when I did that, my family was divulged by my ex, because I got this a long time ago and I laughed about this rumor, but now it's like coming to light where this is why people don't believe me and they think that I am some lady of the night prostitute who sells drugs. And it's just the craziest thing to me. I've even got allegations of me having a fans only. And I just found out what that was. This is how naive I am in that world of disgustingness. I didn't even know what that was or anything about that world. And the reason why I even looked into what it was is because it kept popping up. And apparently, people have made fake pages and stuff. So I don't know out there. May God have mercy on your soul, karmics, because it's just crazy. If you're going through the gaslighting, know that it's okay. It's not your fault. The truth will come out. And shifting blame is a really big thing they love to do. They love to dismiss your needs, especially as a child. And there's gaslighting in friendships too. So showing inauthentic concern, befriending romantic partners, frequently gossiping, invalidating your emotions. I had to cut off somebody that because when I was having a moment, there's a time to tell a woman when to put her to straighten her crown, and it's not when she's having a mental breakdown. Okay. And you have to be the right kind of person. 1223, as I say that, you have to be the right kind of person to tell someone that. And this wasn't the right person. She did not know me long enough to tell me to get over myself and straighten my crown. You do not tell somebody that when they're truly having a real moment in life. That shouldn't be the way you respond to a true friendship anyways, because that is just somebody who doesn't want to hear about your issue. And they have also look out for extreme defensiveness or inauthentic helpfulness, hypocrisy. I love it. They always tell you what to do, but they never do it themselves, and they always have an opinion of what you need to do. So I'm gonna put that on down below. All the links are in the bottom. If you have an article that you liked, please share your thoughts. But this is Choosing Therapy, and this is choosingtherapy.com, examples of gaslighting. So it's about awareness. This is why I come up here and teach you this, because I had no idea what a narcissist was or any of this gaslighting tactics. All I know is that people my whole life are always saying, why are you acting like this? Why are you being so crazy? And it always came from a narcissist, and it was to devalue me and to take away my ability to care for myself and think for myself. So to totally take away my control by dismantling my emotions and my ability to carry myself and take away my freedom. And that's just ridiculous, because it all comes down to somebody's hurt ego. A narcissist got a hurt ego and they went and spread lies like wildfire to everyone. But that's okay, because just like Buddha said, three things can't be hidden: the moon, the sun, and the truth. So let me know how this resonates with you, beautiful souls. I'm going to say this prayer, and then I'm going to get into this message here. So if you want to go ahead and close your eyes, if you're able to, I'm going to repeat this prayer. You can repeat it with me. And this is to help you be more aware of spiritual warfare. The Bible tells us that our battle isn't against flesh and blood, the physical, but against spiritual principalities and rulers. As Peter said in his first epistle, the enemy is seeking to devour us. We need God to give us the spiritual eyes to see the invisible battle raging around us. So you can repeat this prayer. God, I confess that I am too concerned with the physical world and neglect the spiritual. Open the eyes of my heart that I may become more aware of the spiritual battle taking place around me. Remind me that there is a real enemy seeking to destroy me, not to invoke unhealthy fear in my heart, but rather alertness that leads to obedience. Use the Holy Spirit to awaken me that I may become more attentive, watchful, and sober minded. Grant me wisdom to better discern the way the enemy is attacking me so that I may become more intentional in choosing righteousness. And so it is in Jesus' name, amen. So definitely that is on gocherrycreekpress.org. I just looked up a quick prayer, but I like to give credit. And I want to share one more thing, and then we're going to get into this message. And this is off of lonerwolf.com. This is about opening your heart. And this is what the title of the episode is. So this is 11 ways to break free of mind-oriented spirituality. And they have a free awakening spiritual course here as well. So this is called lonerwolf.com, opening your heart. But really quick, I just wanted to go over their 11 ways that you can open your heart. Spending time in solitude and silence is important. And make sure that you're comforting yourself. Say simple words and comforting words that make you feel better. Stop beating up on yourself. Give yourself permission to feel. Right now, 1707, we're in retrograde, Mercury retrograde. You have a lot of feelings. Mercury retrograde's about making those feelings come up so you can release them, not so you can push them back down. Also, I'm hearing connect with your inner mother or father. We all have the presence of the divine mother or father within us. These forces emerge when the heart begins to open, and we call on our inner mother or father at any time. Unfortunately, when we have negative associations with our parents, these inner parents are completely different from our human parents. So there's a lot of people out there that have a father or a mother wound. A lot of people have a mother wound right now that they need to heal, and this is going to be healed through unconditional love, and it's also tied into your inner child. So if you want to read more about that, go to lonerwolf.com, opening your heart. I'm going to say the number 5, breathe into the pain. As you opening your heart, you may come across intense feelings that seem to be spontaneously materialize. It's normal to feel scared or overwhelmed, but when you suppress these emotions will eventually emerge. So make sure you use breath to ground yourself. So let me know how that resonated. And again, go check out lonerwolf.com. They can definitely help you if you're starting on a spiritual awakening. I want to get into this message, though. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I've got a goal of hitting 500 this week. I know I can hit it this week if I just put my mind to it. So this is our Lightworker message. I have some earth angels out there specifically. If you've been seeing 444, this is a confirmation that this is a soul purpose, okay? And being an earth angel is a little different than being like other spiritual workers because you're a lot more sensitive and you are extremely an empath, but you have compassionate living and you're very loving and helpful to others. And your spiritual gift is the spiritual gift of clairsentience, which is feeling. Your gift is the gift of feeling. So when people tell you you're too sensitive, you're going to have to ignore that because that is your superpower. So if you've been seeing 7, 11, 11, 11, or 777 specifically, a spiritual awakening is coming. Spirit wants to remind you you aren't crazy, you're intuitive. But you got to stop explaining yourself to people because those that mind don't matter and those that matter don't mind. That's Dr. Seuss. You are a healer. This is a confirmation. If you've been struggling with this, especially during retrograde, you are a healer, but you're not everyone's healer. You need to show empathy to everyone, but you got to release sympathy, especially to those karmics who you are about to get the karmic reveal of a lifetime here pretty shortly. You don't know the karma that they created in the shadows. I just found out somebody created some really dark shadow karmic activity like a year before I met them. And how scary is that? How many people do you know that you really don't know? I had to learn going back through my spiritual awakening. That is why I got myself in a little bit of a mess the last couple of years going on social media because I have the heart of a teenager and I've got the love of an empath and an angel worker, but not everybody out here has your best interest at heart for them. They simply don't. And I had to learn this as I went on TikTok and I gave my heart and soul to everyone because I was like, this is the perfect place for a light worker to do a mission. Everybody's saying how nobody helps them, only certain people get help. So I'm going to eradicate that mindset. So I did. I went in full force too, right? I was meeting people. I was meeting people on every side of the train track. Like, it didn't matter. But then those same karmics went and gaslit me. None of them really liked me, and they were only there to steal my energy. And then I had to wait about 6 more months to detach all of these demonic energies that jumped on board. So it's not always cool when you go in those, hey, everybody tag, everybody subscribe to everybody and down there. Because then I had to end up getting rid of half of those people because I found out they were part of the Flying Monkey Brigade, and all the stuff that I was putting out there for people, I was entertaining all my ops. So 2228, as I say that, 222, you need to know that it's not always about numbers, because how interesting is it that I'm sitting here trying to put out my best work and it's all going to my ops. I'm hearing Gargamel right now in the Smurfs. That is hilarious. Oh no, it's Gargamel. Run. Yeah, Gargamel and Azrael, that's who was in my collective. Okay, so stop trying to be popular. I learned a little something about being popular, and I even had another karmic person who was a musician who was straight trying to get me in some illegal criminal stuff that I didn't even know about, that I'm just like over here thinking I'm being his assistant and helping him. Meanwhile, he's over here doing some things that I am not a part of. That I don't even know. But I was wondering, because every time I got on a live, it was weird. Like, they would just be very sexual. And I was like, that's one thing that triggers me. And I found out that was the whole thing, was for me to see how long I would tolerate it. Because at first I was like, I don't like this. He's like, oh, well, we'll do something different. Kept gaslighting me, see? And I was trying to make friends with people. And then I learned, hey, you can't be friends with everyone unless they're on a certain, like, they can't be below a certain vibration, because if they are, now they are people that are they're the class, they're part of the class that I'm teaching. They are not my ride or dies. So you need to see who your ride or dies are that you got on you, because I'm hearing they're riding your coattails to success. This is right now, it's big on healing your inner child, because this has to do with a performer, some singer, or some kind of social media influencer. Ascended masters are with you right now, and 333, if you see those Buddha, it's like Buddha, Jesus, the ascended masters, they're with you. They're helping you to set plans in action, but you need to trust your intuition right now and let your personal strength be your guide. Trust yourself and put thought into your choices, because I found out that person was a whole re-trigger of a karmic lesson that I told the universe, yeah, I've learned it, but I didn't quite learn it. And it started making me familiar with this other karmic lesson that I thought I learned, but I hadn't quite learned. So you need to pay attention to your thoughts. And even if it's your most favorite person in the whole wide world, I got my feelings hurt because all of my favorite people in my world have now been deherotized. I have no heroes in my life. I have God as my hero. My angels as my hero. My ancestors are my heroes. Not all of them, not the karmic ones. But I love my karmic ones because I was once karmic too. But, and this is funny because there's a big family secret about to be revealed. Inquiring minds want to know. But you got to have the law of focus right now. We cannot think of two different things at the same time. So you need to be in the present moment, not in the past. Spirit is saying, let it be. They're playing the song by the Beatles, Let It Be. When you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. There will come an answer. Let it be. Let it be. So you work on your vulnerability, because that will help lead you to your freedom. Stop trying to find people, places, and things to fill up your time. You need to work on opening up that beautiful heart of yours, because that is what is opening up your success. The law of here and now is really important. The karmic law number 9. We cannot be present if we are looking backward. Remove attachment to the past. There's a heavy emotional anchor in the past. And this is what causes you to lose your composure and makes you not be able to believe in miracles. Because right now you need to start expecting miracles. You need to know that you are healed and you are worth it. There are a lot of light workers out here that are about to go through a very huge ascension. If you've been seeing deer around you, this is about being majestic and kind and adaptable. You need to heal this fight or flight pattern or this trauma wound, because where you're going next, you're not going to have that fight or flight. So you need to start believing that, whatever you need to do to get in that energy of believing, because manifestation is about believing it's already here. There's a certified spiritual teacher out there, or there's someone out there who is like a white collar worker, and you're supposed to be a certified spiritual teacher. This is a confirmed life purpose. Archangel Zadkiel is working with you. His name means the righteousness of God. His aura color is violet, and he works with the violet flame. He's helping work with your crown chakra and your memory, and so you can remember your divine gifts. And also he's helping you with your mercy and forgiveness. He's teaching you confidence, and he works with the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of abundance, tolerance, mercy, and prosperity. And he's helping you release victimhood. There's a lot of you that are stuck in victimhood. Spirit says to go outside. You need to get out in nature, do some earthing where you take your shoes off and you walk in the dirt, or go put your sand, bury yourself in the sand. Whatever you need to do, but you need to get that focus, and you need to release people that are just there because out of pure loneliness, because you're afraid that you're going to be lonely. You're not. And by you worrying about that and feeding into that energy, that is where you're showing who you have faith in. And when we have faith in dark thoughts coming true, then we're having faith in the darkness. See, so we need to work with affirmations. It's not about doing it all at once. You can't reprogram your brain all at one time. It's impossible. You have to do it by becoming aware. But when you become aware of it, don't write it off to coincidence. I feel like a narcissist started that because everybody knows there's no such things as coincidences. That's somebody who didn't want to deal with the here and now. That's what Spirit's saying. That's who started that whole saying. We really need to pay attention to signs and symbols. What signs and symbols are you using today that you have no idea about? Did you know gargoyles are the hounds of hell? So, like, you put them up, you're attracting that kind of energy. You're not attracting the divine energy. So you really have to be mindful about signs and symbols. It's not about being bad or good. It's about what kind of energy you want to attract. If you want to attract the darkness, that is fine too. I personally am not for it. I've lived in the darkness long enough. Thank you. So you need to know that you're protected not only by your angels, but you have a guardian angel that is appointed to you when you are born. And you pick up more guardian angels along the way as you live life, but this guardian angel, literally, his job is to make sure that you stay alive 30, 40, as I say that, until God says it's time for you to go. This goes for a medium out there and somebody who's into yoga. I hear that you need to stop being afraid. Fear is holding back your gifts. You are very clairvoyant, but you're also, people's opinions are holding you back. And the yogi, I'm hearing you're too worried about body shaming stuff. There's a wound around that with your inner child, and also an influencer. So you could be a yoga or a spiritual teacher, influencer, or a medium uh, out there. And the reason why you're not as far ahead as you think you should be is because your inner child needs to heal. And I'm perfect example. I started spiritually awakening officially in 2017, started doing something with it really in 2018. And then I really stopped being so busy for my healing and started doing my healing because I thought I was healed, but Spirit had a different idea, and I'm learning I had to step out of my comfort zone and take that time to heal. So stop saying I don't have time, because God will make time for your healing. I told a patient that he lost his mind. I said he was an HIV patient, and I told him, I'm sorry, you have to come in here every 6 months. You're on medicine. You can't not show up because it's part of like your sickness. You have to manage it. And he said, how dare you tell me that? Because I told him, if you don't show up, God's gonna make you, you're eventually gonna get sick and you're gonna end up in the hospital. Okay, so that, just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. That I'm going to get that put on a t-shirt. So it's important to know that there's a lot of people spying on you right now, and somebody's hired some kind of investigator. There's an investigator out there. They've been watching you for a while, but stick to the facts. The truth will set you free. This person knows how to find the facts, and it's actually going to work out in your favor. So I just let it go and know that nobody's bigger than God. So release that. I want to share this last message, leave it here, and then give you the names. So I'm hearing step out of your comfort zone. You are divinely protected and guided to start a new beginning, especially if you've been seeing 12-12. If you're a woman in hermit mode coming out, you're going to be meeting your new partner. You've got to work on that throat chakra, though. You've done the inner work and ready to meet your new soulmate connection. You're about to cross paths with your person. Right now, you're attracting your soulmate, your fam, your partner, the money, the abundance. A lot of good things are coming, but you got to focus on the prize right now. And you have a choice to either focus on the drama or let it be. So let me know what you think. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, beautiful souls. So let me go ahead and share the songs and the message and the names that I got. So the song is Bobby McGee from Janis Joplin. And it says, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing don't mean nothing, honey, if it ain't free. No, feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. You know, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. So that is I love that song. I'm not a great singer, but that song reminds me of my friend because we used to always sing that. A lot of women love to sing that song. That's our crush song. You know, it's probably a toxic crush song, but hey. So all right, and then the letters I got were JH, and then I heard map, and then I heard upgrade, and then GRAP, and then I heard APD, which is Albuquerque Police Department, MP, which is Military Police, CLDE, Clyde, and then I heard Lola, Bonnie, Tony, Billy, Connie, Sue, Lonnie, BB, Monet, Fonzie, Sheila, and then I heard Dano, Boyd, Frank, Gina, Sylvia, and Luke. So let me know how this message resonated, beautiful souls, and definitely check out my other channel message that I'm going to be loading up here very shortly. It's a channel message that I got in spirit. Love and light, beautiful souls. Make sure that you are focusing on the prize and what is for your highest good, and release that control, because your angels love you, I love you, and God definitely loves you. Don't give up today.